guys, it's Joel and welcome back to another video about my BMW Z4 and things that I hate about my Z4. Now, the reason you joined me on the outside of the car to start with today is because the first point I've got is something to do with the exterior, and that's just on the side of the car, so let me take you there now. These horrible side indicators, they're just horrific in my opinion, and most definitely the first thing I hate about my Z4. So you join me in the car now for the second point I want to make about what I hate about this car. And although the sun's on my face, it is getting a bit cloudy, and that brings you on to the second point, which is you have to be stopped to put the roof up in this car. Now the annoying thing is you can only put the roof up when you're completely stationary, which is actually quite annoying, because if you're driving along somewhere and you decide you want the roof up, or the weather gets really bad, starts raining all of a sudden, you have to stop wherever you are and do it. You can't do it at 10, 20, 30 miles an hour like you can in other convertibles, but you have to stop completely, which can be very, very frustrating. So then, number 3, the engine in this car takes a while to warm up. I guess it's because it's a 3-litre engine, pretty obvious really, but it is actually quite annoying because there's a road right by my house, which is almost like a hill climb. I'm sure that's not how most people see it, but that's how I see it. And that means when I've just left my house in the morning or whenever it is and my engine's cold and I want to do this hill climb, I can't because I'm going to warm the engine up, and that's sometimes a bit frustrating. Number 4, and something obviously I've mentioned before, sorry if you've heard it, but there are no cup holders in this car. Now, I understand that is just specific to this one, as cup holders are an option for this generation of Z4, but mine doesn't have them, which is rather frustrating as I am a big coffee drinker, and yeah, where do I put my coffee? Also, sort of tying in with the no cup holders point, there is just a general lack of storage on the inside of this car. There's a singular cubby hole between the two seats, and there are tiny door pockets on each side, but apart from that there is no other storage. However, the boot does make up for that. Number 5, and a very nitpicky sort of one, I would say, but nonetheless very annoying. The automatic wipers, or supposedly automatic wipers, are not actually automatic. Now, I've actually spoken with other Z4 owners about this, and it's not just my car. So there is an automatic wiper setting which you put the stalk into, and on that you can control how sensitive the automatic wipers are. However, if you just get in the car, start the car, and it's raining, they will not kick in until you select sensitivity again. So what I mean by that is, even if I've selected, I want it on the highest setting, I'll have to wiggle it again to make the wipers go. But if it's raining, the wipers won't automatically come on until you flick or toggle one of the automatic sensitivity settings. So basically you have to turn the wipers on every time you get into the car, even if it's supposedly on the automatic mode. So point 6, and something for you guys who are a bit more interested in driving these cars, the way this car delivers its power is sometimes quite frustrating. Now, it's great, don't get me wrong, that this is a naturally aspirated straight 6, and it likes to scream and it likes to be revved, but the way the engine is made, all of the power, or should I say, the top end of the 230 brake horsepower this car produces is pretty much at the red line. I think it's at about 6,500 RPM. So it basically means if you really want to get the most out of this car, you've really got to be on it. And for someone who is quite obsessive with their car and likes to stroke their car before bed every night, you can't help but think you are damaging or breaking your car, or certainly reducing your car's life every time you go for that little bit of extra performance. So then, point number 7, and actually my final point for this video on things that I hate about my BMW Z4. This car doesn't have a limited slip differential. Now, for those of you who don't know what a limited slip differential is, go and watch another video, because I haven't got a bloody clue either. But what I do know is it means essentially, in idiot terms and driver terms, I can't really drift this car. So before this car, I very kindly, from my dad, did use and basically own his MX-5 for probably about 6 months. And during that time, I, maybe unknowing to him, but he's going to find out anyway, did, you know, like to put the power down around corners, let's put it that way. And that car was so easy. Bearing in mind it had almost half the power of this, it was so easy to get sideways. Now, when it is really wet and you put the power down in this car, don't get me wrong, it goes sideways, but it's in a way which is a bit scary because it tends to just lose control. It's quite hard to explain, but I think basically because it doesn't have a limited slip differential, it's much trickier to actually get this thing in a controlled slide. So guys, those were some things which I hate about my Z4. Thank you so much for watching, and a special thank you if you're still watching and you've got this far. I do try my best to make these videos as entertaining as possible for you. So thank you so much if you've got this far, I really appreciate it. Give it a like if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment if you've got any questions or you just want to say something. I will respond to all of them. And yeah, subscribe if you want to see more. I'm going to be doing a video every week. And yeah. Also, you can go and check out my Instagram, which I'll put here somewhere. I think I also put that at the start. But go and check out my Instagram because that's where I am posting stuff on a daily basis. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next week.